TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, Kyle freaking Van Noy. Put him in there with all those rushers over there in the AFC North because he's one of them. And he tried to tell y'all, and I tried to tell y'all, my dog said he was going to do it. Not only did he get double digits, he hit his incentive. And that's why he got 250 bands, baby. Yo, we are back. Welcome to McCoy and Van Noy. And as you can see, there's one person on the other side of this camera. He's made of money. I didn't want him to feel lonely, so I showed up, made of money too. My dog did his thing. We gonna get into it, but I just wanted to show y'all something. My dog needed a half sack to hit his bonus. That bonus was none other than $250,000. Hey, listen, so I showed up with the shades. I showed up with the stupid big dumb chain. I showed up with the money hoodie. But since my dog got stupid big dumb money, I got stupid big dumb money. You feel me? Hey, listen, I am one half of your gracious host, none other than Gerald McCoy, the 93rd wonder of the world, big chest from the Midwest, the one that never fails. I only thrive, killer. You know why? Because I'm from the south side of the 405. And my gracious money host is
Kyle Van Noy, two-time Super Bowl champ, currently playing for the division champions of the AFC North, the Kings of the North, the Ravens, baby. Let's go. We got that big energy tonight. Let's go.
We got big energy. Hey, you know what, killer? Take it away, baby. Take it away, man.
I don't even know where to begin. First of all, G, I appreciate you showing love. You've been hyping me up all year. I appreciate it. You know, you're part of the Ravens flock. I know you're on the pirate shit, but you're on the Ravens flock.
Yes,
we appreciate you. You know, we got to just jump into the game, go over the recap of the game, play the division opponent, Browns, Ravens 35, Browns 10. You know, the game was a dogfight to begin with. It wasn't just an easy game like everybody thought. We were just going to come in, roll. That's always tough in a division opponent, especially when their defense, who I feel like doesn't get loved because of their record. They have a really good defense led by Myles Garrett, who's always going to play, and he's always going to play hard. He was trying to get that sack record. You could see it out there. He was trying to bring down Lamar Jackson all day, but he got after him a little bit, you know, and his crew. They did a good job.
Yeah.
They got the offense out of sync a little bit, but not all the way. I think it was more of us making some errors on offense than it was them making plays on defense. But I don't even want to focus on them. I want to focus on the defense real quick. How did we get the game going? Nate Wiggins, our rookie, my locker mate. He's right by my Nathaniel. He's right by my locker. 21 years old. It's always a trip, you know, being 33, you know, talking to a 21-year-old at work. You know, what are you doing? What do you like to do, you know? And me and him have bonded this year. That's my dog. I'm excited to see where his career goes. But he started the game off with a bang. Pick 6 to the crib, first pick ever in NFL history. And the coolest thing about the play, not only did he finish with the ball in his hand all the way through the touchdown, his OG, Marlon Humphrey, caught the ball after he let it go. He was like, I got to get the ball and get it back to the rook. Yeah. That's an OG veteran move right there. Like, shout out to Marlon, all-pro Marlon. He's been balling this year to have the mindset to pick up the ball as Nathaniel got in the end zone. Shout out to Nate. He started off the game right. And then I felt like it was just defensive energy from there. You know, the way it started is the way it finished with Big Michael Pierce with the pick. Woo, big homie. He was out there.
We love to see a big dog get the ball.
What was great about that play, it's got to be in the top 5 plays of the year. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Somebody who is that size of a human, looking athletic as he did with the pick. What was cool about it is the way he explained it with the interviews after the game. He said the bus didn't have no more gas.
Yeah.
He caught the ball and saw that end zone and said, you know what? Nah, I'm good. And then what a play though. What excitement throughout the whole stadium and just with our whole team. Like if you look at that sideline shot and seeing everybody showing MP love, that's what it's all about. That's what we got. You know, that's what earned the division title, was that togetherness all the way through, starting off 0-2, going through the hoops and the ups and downs of a season. Defensively not playing good. Lamar Jackson carrying us for a long time until it got to the point where we finally got it together on defense to become more of a team. Special teams coming together, and we're hitting the ground running to the playoffs. And we got a familiar foe, G. But first, I want to hear your thoughts from the game.
Yeah, the thing about it is the final week of the season is usually a division opponent for everybody. And is people underestimate division games. You know everything about this team. You know everything they can do. It does not matter who's starting where, and we'll get into it with the Bucs and the Saints. It does not matter who's starting, who's supposed to be the better team or whatever, even if they are clearly the better team. These people are not going, they're still in their division. They don't care what you have to play for. They're going to show up and try and ruin it just because you're in the division. And the thing I love about this team is y'all have not played a single game where y'all played a team and said, oh, this is them, or this is the Giants, or this is the, y'all show up, and it does not matter if we playing in the Super Bowl or we playing the record-wise worst team in the league. We are going to try and bury everything we see. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. And you've been saying it all year. You said we're never satisfied. We know so much we can improve on. Everybody wants to get better. And you said it just now. It's a family atmosphere, and that togetherness is why y'all won this game. That togetherness is why y'all won this division. And the thing I love most is when somebody else makes a play, if you look around, it's almost like that person didn't make the play. It's almost like the other 10 people made it, or the other 47 people made it, or however many people was on the sideline, the coaches. It's almost like they made the play. The way everybody celebrates with the other person. Like looking at the sideline when you got your sack, it was like everybody was like, it's like
I got the money. I got paid.
I got the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just that is very underrated. It's something that can be coached, but it's a culture. And when you watch this team, y'all are playing y'all best football right now, and this is what makes y'all so scary. And this is why I said the Baltimore Ravens is the best team in the league and the team that people don't want to see. You know why? Because y'all were competing at the highest level and y'all wasn't even playing y'all best football. That is extremely scary. Y'all were beating people and winning games, and defense was kind of up and down. Well, now y'all are hitting y'all stride, and still at this point, y'all still are not playing the best y'all can play. That is scary going into the playoffs, because y'all are doing this. Y'all, nobody, Derrick, seeing the video, they told Derrick Henry made a Pro Bowl. He's like, oh yeah, thanks, cool.
Yeah.
He won a championship.
Okay, you brought up Derrick. We got to talk about him, because what an asset at the end of the season to have him on your team in December, January football, winning games.
Oh man,
when it gets colder. Guys don't want to. Guys are beat up. Everyone's beat up. Everyone's playing through something. Guys don't want to tackle as willingly as they do in September when they got the guns showing and they're feeling good. Derrick Henry in December and January is a problem, and you could see that as the game went on. The Browns did get tired. They got gassed. And I mean, Henry is a big human being. He is one of one. I don't think we'll see another one like him at his size and his speed, and the way he runs the rock and continues to run it from the first snap to the last snap is impressive. And it wore down on the Browns, and we hope to continue that into the playoffs with the magician Lamar Jackson. I mean, we just gotta talk about him. He just makes plays, the simple ones, into like video game plays, and you just got to sit back in awe and just look at. And that's MV3, bro. That's MV3.
Yeah, that's MV3, man. And the thing I love about him is he just playing ball. He ain't thinking about that MVP. You give it to him, you give it to him. Man, that dude wants to hold up that Lombardi.
Yes.
He wants to be the last team standing at the end of the year. He said, I don't care about numbers. I don't care about stats. I don't care about none of that. Y'all can have it. Well, I'm going to do what it takes to win the game. And you know what's happened in him doing that? He's had the best season of his entire career. And we watched him in his second year. We like, dang, it don't get no better than that. Then we watched him win, it will keep going. And then we watched him win another MVP. Like, dang, this dude's just getting better.
Yeah.
This what we see right now. This is different. This is different. And you can tell it's not, oh, he's just getting better. It's up here. This right here is on another level. And when you got a guy that is that talented, that's that gifted, and this has improved and it's going to the max, that's where you're in trouble. The defense is hitting on all cylinders. You got the great X factor in Derrick Henry, and you got the best player in football in freaking Lamar Jackson.
And you got unsung heroes like Mark Andrews, who's scored touchdowns every game, it seems like. And then Rashad Bateman, who's come alive more and more each and every game, each and every week. You know, you have Zay Flowers. We'll see, you know. Zay got a little banged up, but knowing Zay, he's played when he hasn't practiced. He's a tough little sucker, bro. He's from Broward County too. You know how those Broward County kids, they for real over there down in Florida. They love football, and he's gonna do everything he can to play. I'm going into expecting to see him on Sunday, just knowing who he is as a person and him as his competitive nature. We'll see, but I'm going in knowing that I got him in the game. That's for sure. But Lamar Jackson, again, first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 4,000 yards, 40 tugs, and 4 or fewer interceptions. Combine that with 800 plus rushing yards, finishing with 915. That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy stat line of the year. And then Derrick Henry, it's crazy that somebody who rushes for 1,900 yards is going to get second team All-Pro because of Saquon. That's ridiculous. But we got to say, running backs are back, though. Running backs are all the way back.
The other day, I said, imagine rushing for 1,900 yards and being second team All-Pro. That is insane. That should let you know the level that Saquon is playing at, but just the level these guys, the season that they've had. But you know
running backs are back.
Yeah, they are. And here's the thing I want to say. I gotta say it. I know we started with it, but we didn't really get into it, man. We didn't
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. Can we do this? Let's do this? You know what? Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Roughly 17, 18 weeks ago.
Talk to him.
I told y'all that my guy made a statement.
What did I say?
I know I can play at an All-Pro level. I know I can play at a Pro Bowl level.
Okay.
And I'm going to show y'all that I can play at that level. I know I got so much juice left inside. I was sitting at home and that lit a fire under me. Baltimore called me. Last year I had 9 sacks, but I got something for all of y'all. He told y'all, and I kept warning y'all, and I kept warning y'all, and I kept warning y'all. Imagine this. Just throw something out there real quick. TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, Kyle freaking Van Noy. Put him in there with all those rushers over there in the AFC North because he's one of them. And he tried to tell y'all, and I tried to tell y'all, my dog said he was going to do it. Not only did he get double digits, he hit his incentive. And that's why he got 250 bands, baby. Killer.
Gee, honestly, though, let me ask you a question. How come people keep doing the under? They keep trying to not believe it. You know what I mean? They keep trying to wash it over.
I don't know.
Why is that?
Because people get put in these boxes. And here's the thing. And I've been doing my Bible study and listening to my sermons. And one of the things the pastor's been talking about is how other people try and define who you are. And they give you a title that they put on you. But just because somebody gives you a title doesn't mean that you have to live by that title. And you've been the epitome of that all season. Shoot, you've been the epitome of that your entire career. People want to say, well, he was at Detroit and this, and this, and this, and this. This guy was a key part of a major defense that won 2 Super Bowls. People tried to write him off. Okay, I ball in Miami. All right, y'all want to write me off? I'm at home. Baltimore call. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I tell you what I need to do. I show up to Baltimore, get 9 sacks, re-sign. Oh, that's still not good enough? All right, bet. I'll hit double digits. Oh, that's not good enough. All right, let me just keep going. Let me hit these incentives. And I'm going to lead a defense where a lot of people said his defense wasn't the same. You know what? That's cool. I'm a 2-time Super Bowl champion. I know what it's like to have to keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. Eventually we'll figure it out because we have the guys. We have the coaches. I've been here, so I'll show y'all. I'll lead. Let me lead. And that's what you did. And people just keep wanting to put people in these stigmas and put people in these boxes. Well, I tell you what, my guy shot up out that box. He said, hey, hold on. This box not me. You can put that box somewhere else. Let me get me up out this box. So
I agree.
But Killer, it's cool. Let him keep you in the box.
I agree.
It's all good.
We ain't keep opening the box, man. What I will say though is don't ever let people stop your shine.
For sure.
Keep shining. And then 2, one thing that I'll be able to hang my hat on, and I might not ever get accolades personally, and that's okay. I'm never gonna let man control, who I am as a player and who I think I am as a player. But one thing I know for a fact is wherever I go, I can honestly say this, I feel like teams are better, and then when I leave, teams seem to, go a little bit the other direction.
Okay.
And you can look it up. It's facts.
All right.
But I can hang my hat on that is I know the standard that I have. I know the standard that I take with me, and I will try to do that with whatever I am at in life. That I know I hold myself to that standard, that I know every time I go somewhere, I make the place better than where I had it when I leave. That's just kind of how I roll.
And that's how it should be, man. I was watching Gil's Arena, and Kenyon Martin was saying, I might not have all the accolades that another power forward have or whatever. They said, but if you ask any of my teammates, they'll tell you we cannot do what we do without Kenyon. Any team Killer's ever been on, those defenses and them teams will tell you we cannot do what we do without that guy. Yeah. Take that guy off the field, take him out, forget the field, take him out our locker room, take him off our practice field. You just said your young bull comes to you and asks you, hey, what about this? You said all the young guys be coming to you about routines and how do I do this and how do I do that? That's something that coaches can't do. You need locker room glue guys that hold the team together, that hold the locker room together, that's been here before, that have the experiences. There's no substitution for experience.
Yeah. And I also think more teams should do the Udonis Haslam route. Yeah. You need to have a UD guy that's been there, done that for a long time, that's been a professional, that you respect, that aligns with what you're trying to build, the culture. I truly think that'll help out a lot of places that try to go young, that you keep, one of the OGs that's been around or to places. I mean, look, we mentioned it last time. Look at Washington Commanders bringing in Bobby Wagner. What help that's done. It's done wonders. You bring in a guy like Kevin Zeitler to the Lions, even though they've already had it, it just adds value to that, shoring up that O-line spot that they were missing. Him come in and see that O-line, they're cooking with grease over there. So many guys that are veterans can fit in so many different places. But with that being said, it's time for a break. We will be right back after this break. All right, we're back, everybody. We're going to jump into the tight Week 18 races. We got to go with the game last night. The Lions locking in the number 1 seed in the NFC. It was an awesome game, a game that is to be remembered in Detroit forever. I mean, so much at stake on the line, either the 1 seed G or the 5th seed. I think that's the biggest game in NFC North history. That's for sure.
Yeah.
2 14-2 teams or whatever it was. Incredible game. A lot on the line. You know, I'm cool with Stephon Gilmore, Gilly Lock, and the first thing, you know, we call and talk. He probably won't. I'll share it anyways because it's not that crazy. He actually was impressed with the Lions, how loud it was.
Yeah.
He thought it was an awesome environment. He said it was one of the best environments he played with. And from somebody who's played there, for me, I can personally be a testament to that. Monday night, 2014, Eli Manning versus Matthew Stafford. Calvin Johnson went crazy in that game. It was top 5 sporting events that I've put in my bank in the back of my head for memory. Was one of the loudest I've ever been in. It was electric that night. So I can only imagine how loud it was. Steph was like, it was a dope environment, you know, not fun to, you know, lose obviously, but you know, from my thoughts on the game real quick, I just felt like the Lions were more physical from the first jump.
From the jump.
I felt like the Vikings were physical back at the beginning, but I would say around like the second quarter, they started running the ball a little bit with Jamar Gibbs. And then he had that awesome touchdown break, or that long yardage that turned into a touchdown on that one. But, you know, that was what was jumped off the screen to me, was just the physicality from the Lions offensive line. And then you got to give credit, because everyone was saying the defense of the Lions, what are they going to do with the injuries? How they're not it, right? That's what they've been saying. And I'm sorry to say this, but when people are telling you you stink and you're a prideful and you got some ego to you and you're in the league, you're going to take that to heart. They saw everybody's picking the Vikings, like the Vikings are on a 9-game winning streak. And I felt like they were kind of pissed off. They played pissed off. It was awesome to watch. Anzalone, I think, shored up the middle, him coming back, being a dog, playing with that plate in his forearm.
Yeah, for sure.
It was awesome to watch. Robertson, what was his name? The corner moved from slot outside, was guarding JJ the whole game. Robertson, he was a dog that night. He had an awesome comment, you know, about being in the dirt, can't, you know, coming back alive from the dirt. His quote he had, I thought that was fantastic. I'll look it up after you go, G, so we can get it right and shout him out. But I just felt like the physicality in the game, and then Ben Johnson, the OC, was no BS in this game. He was about that action. Wasn't calling any crazy plays that, you know, was doing, you know, the okey doke or none of that. It was downhill smash mouth football.
Yeah, and shout out to the Lions, man. We did a segment on the network about which team needs the number 1 seed the most. And I picked the Vikings simply because of Sam Darnold. And it was not a knock on Sam Darnold, but you talked about how the Lions played pissed off and they played more physical. And to me, a minute ago, I said there's no substitution for experience. I feel like the Lions played like they've been here before. They played like we've played in big moments. We played in clutch moments and we've overcome. And I feel like when the Vikings got there, as good a team as they were, they hadn't been there before. Being in a hostile environment on the road with a lot on the line, the Lions have been there before and they've won those games. They've been in these clutch games and won them. Last year, they won 2 playoff games, went up to San Fran, couple different calls from the coach, and they might have played in the Super Bowl. Regardless of the fact, they played the game like the more experienced team, like they've been here before, and they were at home. That crowd electrified.
It was electric.
That crowd electrified that team, and that's why I said that Sam Darnold and the Vikings need a home field advantage going into the playoffs. Let me tell you what. Their comfort. People underestimate comfort. When you're at home in your stadium, you stay in your team hotel. You drive your car to the stadium. You're with your family the night before the game. You are in your locker room. You around your security people. Everything is comfortable. So I don't have to worry about, oh, I got to get on a flight. I got to stay in some random hotel. I got to get on a bus to go here. I don't know the security. Everybody's stadium protocols is different. When you're at home, you can relax. You know all the protocols. You good. You got your feet up. You got your trainers and everybody that's around you that makes you comfortable. And then on top of that, when you walk out of that tunnel, your fans are on your side. When you go into a hostile territory, they don't give a dang about you.
Nope.
And they're going to electrify their team. And that place was overly electrifying. And I feel like it was a lot for the Vikings. Can they shake back? Of course they can, but they about to go to another electrifying place that has won a Super Bowl and has had to electrify their team to win a Super Bowl. So that's how that game went for me. I felt like one team was more experienced and they were just at home.
Yep.
That crowd electrifying, and Jahmyr Gibbs, my goodness.
He's fast.
That guy named Jahmyr Gibbs is so electric. He's so explosive, man.
I was so high on him coming out of the draft.
It's just like he showed like, hey, listen, I need knuckles. I need knuckles. That's cool. I need knuckles. Hey, but Sonic is the name of the original game.
Yes, sir. Sonic is it.
It's called Sonic and Knuckles, not Knuckles and Sonic. And he played like it. He said, man, we gotta get these 4 tubs, man. He did his numbers. That O-line is freaking incredible, man. This team showed grit. Everything, I'm telling you, teams take on the culture of their head coach. Y'all's family atmosphere, you know that's what Harbaugh's about. You can see it in everything he does. We're a tight-knit family atmosphere. This is what we do, togetherness. Their coach, that's what he is. He's gritty. He always dipping and spitting and just, he got the tight shirt on. He looked like he should still be playing. Fighting kneecap. That's how they played that game, and that's why they've been so resilient. And that's why they got the #1 seed, man. And it was a great game to watch. It was extremely exciting. And it's crazy. A 14-3 team is the 5th seed and has to go on the road.
Yep. It's part of the game.
Insane.
That's why we play the game. But to Robertson's quote that I was butchering earlier, he said, they can't bury what comes from the bleep dirt. Let me say that again.
Say that again. That's hard.
Let me read it even further back. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what comes from the bleep dirt. Ooh, mic drop. He mic dropped after that one.
That was some Bane from Batman stuff. You merely adopted the darkness. Yes, I was born in it. Molded by it. That is hard. I liked it.
Yeah, I respect the guy that plays the chip on his shoulder like that. But that was the first game. Got to go to the other games. Got to just mention this game because they clinched the final spot in the AFC. Broncos. What did we think of the game? Obviously, we both thought it was because it was 38-0 blowout. Felt like Carson Wentz missed an opportunity personally. But kudos to the Broncos, bro. Like, Peyton was talking greasy about the coach that he replaced a year ago, was talking greasy about Russ, going crazy at him at the sideline, took on $90 million cap hit. Ooh. 90 million. G only has 250. Imagine another, about 100 of them things and some in the room. 90 million cap hit. Rookie quarterback, make it to the playoffs in the 7th seed. I feel like that's a huge win for them and that organization, really doing that, overcoming those challenges. But just props to Sean Payton. Getting his guys ready, that defense. Benito, he had 13.5 sacks. Cooper, his opposite edge, had 10+. Then he had Zach Allen in the middle, 8.5+, I believe. Pat Surtain could arguably win DPOY. I don't know. But
Pat probably gonna win it, man. That dude
spectacular. He's fire. But just with that being said, they won the 7th seed. Felt like the game was over when it started. They just wanted it more. They wanted it more than the Chiefs. I understand they were playing the backups and they were gonna go to the playoffs no matter what.
Yeah, they just did what they were supposed to. And that's it. They did what they were supposed to. The thing is, when you come into certain games, you might come into a game like, man, we us. They got backups, this and this, man. Let's go out here, do our thing, and move on, and then somebody catch you off guard. No, they went out here as if they were playing the starters for the Chiefs. And they said, no, forget that. We don't care how people feel about the score. We don't care how people feel about what we're doing. This is a practice, a dress rehearsal for the playoffs.
Yeah. You know what else they said? They said, hey, Jet. They said, they said Miami. They said Cincy. Watch this.
Watch
this real quick.
Y'all thought was about to happen, man.
Watch this.
Get up out of here. Y'all talk about somebody else's, fate is in they hands, and this is nah. We took our fate into our own hands, and this was a dress rehearsal for them because they have to go on the road and they have to play a guy who a lot of people say is the MVP or at least second.
Has a case. Definitely has a case though.
For the MVP, they going into a hostile territory. Think about it, man. They going into this team has won a Super Bowl. That team they going to play, been to a bunch, but ain't won it. They're thirsty to win. And you're going into a hostile territory that is thirsty to win. If we see what them fans do before the game, they are risking injury just for fandom. It's insane what them fans are doing up there, man, in Buffalo.
They be middle fingers.
And they don't give a dang, man. Hey, listen, they don't care about none of that. They are thirsty. We just talk about the Lions fans and how electric that place is. This place is going to be on fire because they feel like this is the team. We got our guy. He's having an MVP season. This is the one. Now it's our time. So Denver said, forget all that y'all talk about, man. We are coming out here to prep for the playoffs. So if you in our way, you gotta pay. And that's what they did to the Chiefs. So, man, kudos to them for getting in the playoffs, man. I never doubted Sean Payton because I competed against him for 9 years. Well, 10, actually. So I knew what he could do with the right group.
All right, you got to handle this one.
Now, hey, we're going to talk about this game, and then I just got to get something off my chest. We're going to talk about the game first, and then we're going to take a break after that, and then I got something to get off my chest. But the game.
I can't wait.
The game. Let me just say this. Saints put up a good fight. I'm not going to stay on this long. The Saints put up a good fight. They played
hard, bro. They had y'all in a blender for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. These other teams, they don't give a dang about what you got on the line. We want to ruin that for you, man. We come out here to win. Forget all that. We need this pick and all that. I'm a pro with pride. You ain't gonna I ain't just gonna go lay down just because the organization wants to lose so they can get it. Man, forget all that and forget them. We don't. So you mean tell me if they beat us, they get in the playoffs and they can say we had to beat this team to get in, and I'm just okay with that? Heck no. And that's how the Saints played. They still got a lot of bets over there with a lot of pride, and that's how they played. We got in, we won, we finished the game. Bucky Irvin is extremely dynamic. He'll be a finalist for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Vita Vea made the Pro Bowl. Congratulations to him. He set his career high in sacks. But forget all that. Mike Evans. He's the most underappreciated wide receiver in NFL history. Jerry Rice has done something that we never thought we'd ever see again. And Mike Evans has tied it. And it's almost like it's taken him to do this with getting 1,000 yards, 11 straight seasons to start his career. Jerry did it 11 in a row. Mike has done it every year since he set foot in the league. That's a completely different. Mike is freaking incredible. And if you need to see what consistent looks like, put Mike Evans right there. Because it doesn't matter what quarterback he's had. It doesn't matter who's throwing on the ball. It don't matter who's at running back, who's at the O-line, who's on defense, who's the head coach. Mike is going to be Mike. And regardless of your circumstance, the playbook, the quarterback, who's around you, all of that, if you can be you in every scenario, you are who you say you are. And that's who Mike Evans is. Shout out to Mike. So proud of you, bro.
Man, we also got to say shout out to Bulls and the OC for going for the record to
man.
Call a timeout and be incredible. Like, hey, everybody knew that Mike was getting the ball. They just didn't know how. And then when he got it, people were trying to decipher, was he more excited about the $3 million? I can tell you, Mike Evans is good. He's like, the $3 million is good.
Hey, listen, guys. But $3 million, the $3 million is great. We're not downplaying $3 million. Mike got it. Trust me.
Yes.
But that record, you get one opportunity to do something legendary. One. You get one opportunity. I'm done playing. I can't go back and add to whatever. I mean, I can try and go back and play, but somebody got to sign you. But while you're in it, you get one shot to do something legendary. And Mike knew that. He knows I get one shot at this. So that's what meant something to him, man. Y'all don't understand the work he's put in. Mike is one of the most selfless people. Forget teammates, one of the most selfless people. So when I say he deserves this, some people are just such great people and they are just so not about them. When it is time to be about them, it's okay. And this should have been about Mike, and I'm glad that he was selfishly wanted this because he deserves it.
And for all the fans out there, that's what stat padding looks like.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what it looks like, that's what it looks like right there.
And
but
Mike, he tries to downplay it and like
you can see he was emotional after the game.
He doesn't try and downplay it, but he tries to not think about it while he's playing. Play within the scheme of the offense. He wasn't getting frustrated. Oh, give me the ball. Even at the end when Bucky Irvin scored the touchdown that was supposed to be for Mike, Mike was the first person over there. He wanted to celebrate with his teammate. That's what he's about.
Yeah. So, I thought it was cool, the locker room, seeing, I've met Mike a couple times, and he's not overly an emotional person.
No, he's not.
To see how emotional he got and hyped he was after that game in the locker room, that was awesome. Like, I felt like I was in there celebrating him because he's from the 2014 class. Just felt proud of him. Dope. It had to be a dope experience to do something like that and to win the division too.
For sure.
Got that division hat on real quick.
No, now what's that?
But I think I thought it was just a dope. As a fan watching, I thought it was cool.
Hey, so listen, we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we got some things to talk about. Oh, we got some things to talk about. We're going to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back.
Tell us how you really feel, G.
God, forgive me for what I'm about to do. Hey,
that's
Falcons.
Crazy.
Hey, Falcons.
Here we go.
Falcons. Hey, y'all remember? Hold on. Let me try and find it. Let me try and find the exact time that this took place. Let's see.
That's crazy.
August 15th, 2024. ESPN posted the Falcons continue to add defensive weapons. They had Grady Jarrett. They had Matthew Judon. They got A.J. Terrell. They had Jesse Bates and Justice Simmons. And my response was, those are ballers. They are. My response was, all that for the Bucs to win the division again. And the Falcons fans killed me for it. You don't know what you talk about. You didn't do nothing while you was there. It's our time. We got the guys. We got Kirk Cousins. We got this and we got that. And I kept telling y'all, all that does not matter. Chemistry matters. The group of guys that have been together, that matters. The coach that's been there, all of that matters. You know what happened? We played the Falcons in season and they beat us once on Thursday Night Football. Gerald, we told you. I said, hey, listen, it's cool, man. Y'all can beat us. That's fine. It's a long season. We play them again. 2 weeks later, they beat us again. We swept y'all. Y'all trash. We told y'all it's our division now. Blah, 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 blah. Did I panic? I ain't panic. I said, hey, stand patient. Just wait. It's going to happen. Couple weeks later, Bucs. We lead the division. All we got to do is win out. What happens? We get a primetime game and we play the Cowboys and we lay an egg. You know what I said? Hey, Bucs fans, we're okay. All we got to do is win out because the Falcons are going to Falcon. And you can bet on that. And lo and behold, what happened? We won out.
That was crazy.
And what did the Falcons do? They went up to Washington and lost. And then on Sunday, we made picks. Who's going to win the game today, Gerald? The Falcons or the Panthers? One person picked the Panthers. One person. This guy. And lo and behold, the Falcons Falcon. It didn't even matter. We could have lost. You know why? Because like I said, you can bet on it. The Falcons are going to Falcon. And what did they do? They Falconed 4 times.
Oh, man.
The times have changed 4 times. And Cam Jordan, yes, I'm talking to you. You said something at the Pro Bowl. You said, oh, sure, we could expect the Bucs to go back to being the Bucs. We did go back to being the Bucs. We went back to being the champs. Again, up the South, man. Hey, Falcons, Panthers, Saints, enjoy watching us on TV, baby. We are going to the playoffs. The Commanders have to come to us. Now let me move on to them. Jaden Daniels.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. Before you get going, couple thoughts. I thought Bryce Young played good in that game. He balled. 2, it was pretty funny seeing Jadeveon Clowney saying, come to Cabo. He said, come to Cabo.
That's hilarious.
That was pretty funny. That was funny.
Before we actually get into the playoff picture, after I said bye to all of y'all, this is how I'm going to lead us into this playoff picture. All right? Jaden Daniels, I expect you to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. You've earned that, sir.
Yes.
Just like you earned your first NFL career L in Tampa, you will earn your first playoff L in Tampa. Yes, I'm saying it now. I've been Gerald Stradamus all year. Ain't nobody believe me. They think I'm a homer. Oh, you're biased. I am extremely biased. But just because you're biased don't mean you're lying. I'm not lying. Have I been biased about BYU? I told y'all what they was going to do. They did it, right? All right. Did I say what the Ravens was going to do? I said y'all was going to count them out. Y'all fans was going to jump off the bandwagon and all this and this. And I said, just stand patient. Watch what the Baltimore Ravens do. Oh, here we are now. Gerald Stradamus has spoken. I'm telling you now, Jaden Daniels, we gave you your first NFL regular season L. We're going to give you your first playoff L. And then you can go from there. Congratulations, son. Welcome to the NFL. Killer. Have at it, my brother.
Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm actually gonna take the Commanders, and I hate going against you, but I'll say this. You saw Cliff Kingsbury in this last game against Dallas, taking over with Marcus Mariota. And you saw the intensity he had after Marcus led them down to win. You saw it meant something to him. He was dapping dudes up on the sideline. That is the intensity you want to see from your offensive coordinator, that swag, that determination. And I think he wants that get back down in Tampa. They played earlier this year. I remember watching the film, getting ready for our game, playing Jaden Daniels, and felt like Tampa was blitzing the house on them, and they kind of got after him. And they beat him up pretty good. Bucs looked real good that game. Now, you're getting a more mature Jaden Daniels. He's not a rookie anymore.
For sure.
And Cliff Kingsbury's got his swag going right now. I think they're bringing that to Tampa. And then it's going to come down to which defense plays better. Which defense do you think can stop the teams that are matched up, the matchups? Who matches up well? I believe that the Washington Commanders match up really well. Getting Jonathan Allen back. Frankie Louvu has a bunch of sacks this year. Dante Fowler had an awesome career year, I believe, maybe. I think he missed it by one sack. But I just believe that front seven on the Commander side is going to bring a little bit more juice and be the difference in this game. That's why I'm going to take the Commanders. Sorry, G.
No. And
they want that get back.
That they do want that get back. But again, I got to keep the same energy. There's no substitution for experience. Super Bowl champ. Levante David, Super Bowl champ. Vita Vea, Super Bowl champ. Will Goster, Super Bowl champ. Shaq Barrett, Super Bowl champ. We got guys who been here. Baker Mayfield last year, he won a playoff game, and Baker Mayfield has 2 playoff wins, by the way. 2.
Yeah, I see, but you also flip it on the other side and be like, well, you don't need experience because look at the Bengals. They were the young, dumb, and they were the young, dumb, right? They just they went into it, no experience at all, and marched all the way to the Super Bowl, unfortunately losing to the Rams that year. But you could argue that experience is just experience because, you know, anything can happen. The ball can fall wherever it may. You know, guys can try to do a little bit more. You know, later in their career, they feel like they got to make a play instead of doing the assignment. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm playing devil's advocate.
I hear you.
So
look, I just got one thing to say about that. Just
go ahead.
Hear me out. Respectfully. Just hear me out.
All right.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that, killer. I said what I said, baby.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
And I feel you. Now, let's get off the Bucs. Let's move into some more NFC. We might as well start with next up, which is the Vikings have to go to the Rams. I said in the NFC, of course, I'm going to talk noise about the Bucs. But if I have to be unbiased, a person who didn't play football and I'm just an analyst, the team you don't want to see in the NFC is the Rams. Let me tell you why. I coined them to being very similar recipe-wise to the greatest show on turf. Not saying they are them with how they can score, how they can put up points. But you have a Super Bowl winning coach, a Hall of Fame quarterback, 2 dynamic wide receivers, a really good run game, and a defensive line that can get after you. That's the exact same formula that Rams team had. This is the exact same formula that the Rams team had that won the Super Bowl recently. This group is playing at a level to where they might not be blowing everybody out, but they're finding ways to win. Yes. And that D-line is very dynamic. They got a lot of young guys that can get after the quarterback. They got a great rotation up front, man. And just offensively, man, Stafford, we talk about game managers. He manages the game in a way to where he does what's necessary. But if he need to say, I'm putting everything on this right here, he can go do it. If he need to go win you a game with his right arm, he can go do it, man. And Minnesota, we don't know the impact of
that would be
draining
brutal. That would be brutal. I don't even want to talk about that. I'd be so
we don't
sick.
know the impact or how draining that can be because you're going into a game where, man, we can get the number 1 seed. Let's go win this thing at somebody else's house. And it didn't go your way. Not only did it not go your way, the game, it was close, but it wasn't close. And now you got to get back on the road and go all the way across the country and face that team. We don't know how much that can weigh on a team if this team is experienced enough to be able to shake that off and get back to it. So in that game, as much as I don't want to say it, I got the Rams. I'm taking the Rams, man.
Ooh, this one's tough. I don't even like thinking about the Vikings doing all that work all season, 9-game winning streak to put yourself in a chance to then losing back-to-back. I don't even know if I want to pick this game. I'll just pick the Vikings because you picked the Rams. Just
real quick, before we continue, let's rewind. I had a request. We had my guy on, Killer played with him. I had a request. I said, let's make my guy Gink famous. Yeah. My guy made the Pro Bowl. God
yeah, he did. Shout out Gink.
Shout out to Gink, man. And
he should make All-Pro, too.
He should. And he had that stupid, crazy hit in the game, man. That was ridiculous.
And he almost had another pick six.
I don't know how Jahmyr Gibbs held on to that ball, but that was crazy. Like, that dude, he's cerebral up here. But shout out Gink, man. Gink. All right, moving on. Who do we got next? We got
Eagles, Packers.
Eagles.
Saquon's rested. O-line's rested. They ready.
Yeah, they ready.
But
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, Jalen Hurts' health is a big factor in this game. And that's what worries me. Even if he plays,
Tanner
I don't know.
McKee, let him throw the thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'ma still take Philly because I just think top to bottom overall they can handle it. But man, Green Bay,
Tanner McKee going in and to getting a dub like that in the playoffs. Are we seeing what's his name all over it again? Nick Foles? Are we getting a Nick Foles action? Tanner McKee?
Heck no.
All right, let's go to the AFC. Buffalo versus the Broncos. I feel like this is going to be a dogfight.
Bro, I don't know why people thinking that Buffalo just gonna wash these boys, man. That team, man, the Broncos good, man.
They physical.
The Broncos can win this game. Y'all are bugging if y'all don't feel like they can win this game.
They match up very well. I was saying they're very physical up front. They're going to be ready to get after Josh Allen.
He gonna have to be all equipped. Every bit of that alien, Superman, whatever they want, he gonna have to be every bit of that.
And he's going to have to throw away from Pat Surtain.
These boys is like they lock up, Pat lock up.
Yeah.
Like you said, he could win Defensive Player of the Year. And these boys up front, the thing they do, and you know this because you played for Bill, he found incredible ways to put his defenses in an advantage. The Broncos front finds a way to where nobody can get doubled.
Yeah, they're getting one-on-ones every play. It's crazy watching on film.
So many
how?
Yeah, it's so many one-on-ones, and that's why they got so many sacks, because it's like one of us going to win. Maybe two of us going to win. So you going, hey, listen, I ain't. I don't know, man. I kind of
gonna pick the Broncos.
I kind of got Denver, bro.
Oh,
I know.
Wow.
I know.
I'm gonna pick Buffalo.
Oh, good, man.
I know Buffalo at home though. They're gonna be like, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Josh Allen is having one of them years.
The Broncos have confidence. They did go in there and win last year with Russ.
That's what I'm. Hey, man. And I'm gonna go Broncos. Why not?
All right, Ravens, Steelers. You know who I'm taking.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ravens.
Keep it pushing.
All right, Texans versus Chargers. I feel like this is going to be a really good game. I think it's the most underrated game on the schedule.
Yeah, for sure.
On AFC and NFC. I think just like the Rams-Vikings game, I think this actually is a more impressive game. Evenly matched team, both sides. Both have elite pass rushers. Khalil Mack, Danielle Hunter with Will Anderson Jr. You got Joey Bosa. You got Bud Dupree. You just got a lot of guys that can get after the quarterback. You also have Autry in there. I mean, you got some good D linemen in this game. Tart playing pretty good for the Chargers, as well as Morgan Fox. My boy's been playing really well. He needs to play more, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
I just think this game's going to come down to Justin Herbert versus CJ.
Yep.
Who's going to play better at the quarterback position? And personally, I'm going to go with the Chargers because Justin's played really well the last 2 months of the season. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's making the right read, the right decisions. I think it's going to continue to progress.
Yeah, I agree. And people forget the last time we seen the Chargers in the playoffs, what happened?
Oh, don't
they went on the road to Jacksonville. Yeah, they went on the road to Jacksonville.
Beating their ass.
Was destroying them boys, and they gave up 27 points.
I don't know.
27-point comeback, something crazy.
Yeah.
Herb remembers that. He hasn't forgotten. Now he has a coach who's been to a Super Bowl, who's been to multiple NFC championships, who's been here before. And that's why Herb has not turned the ball over. He's taking care of the ball. We all know how dynamic he is. We seen that throw he made on Sunday. It's like, come on, man. This dude just keep doing this.
Yeah. And and running the rock.
Yeah.
He's been more willing to run this year.
When you talk about talented guys, gifted people, he's one of those people. He can make every throw, big arm, big body, can run. You know, he's a great talent. And
you think he's top 5 or top 10? Top 5?
Talent, yes. Quarterback
top 5 talent.
Quarterback play.
Top 10?
Yeah. I give him at first, before this year, I said no. After this year, I put him back in the top 10. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure,
I think personally, just being around him, he's got top 5 talent, if not top 3.
Man, top 3 talent. Now we talking about talent, just arm, like run, all that. Man, please, that dude is that dude, man.
I want to see him with a number 1 again.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when Mike and Keenan were healthy. I want to see what he looked like with a true number 1.
Yeah, but I got Chargers
balling like a 1, but I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I got Chargers too. Man.
All right.
So that's our playoff picture. That is everything that we've seen. It's been an incredible season, but now the tournament starts, y'all.
Yes, it does.
All you got, and Killer tell you, man, he got 2 of them things, and you were with the Patriots when y'all lost, right? So you played in 3, you won 2. But you played in 3, you won 2.
Yep. Honestly, I'll just go over my stats real quick. Played 11 years in the league.
Yes, sir.
I've won 6 division champs.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Awesome time. I've been to 4 AFC title games in 11 years.
Yes, sir.
Won 3, lost 1. And I've been to 3 Super Bowls, and I'm 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Lost 2, or 1, 2, lost 1.
Yeah, and the thing is, Killer tell you, I can't tell you, Frank. I was selfish. I just got my own individual accolades. Anyway, Killer,
and you see all that money in the back.
Hey,
you see all that money in the back. That's in his bank account too. Right. See all them zeros? Put like 5 more of them zeros back there.
Hey, it's some finances over here. Yeah. Anyway, Killer tell you. Get in the tournament. That's all it takes.
Yes,
Get in the tournament. And the thing is, here's what I love, is 2020, the Tennessee Titans had Derrick Henry. He put the team on his back.
Yeah,
they went up to the Patriots, beat them.
Us, New England. Yeah, that was bad.
Beat them. And they dang near beat the freaking Chiefs. And now that guy is on the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go.
You know, so get in the tournament. This is the funnest part. This
is what you play for right here. Everybody's making the same amount. Some players are losing money. You are playing straight for a piece of jewelry.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Man. I love it. This is the best time, man. So, Killer, prayers to y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shout out to everything you've done this year in the regular season. You said what you was going to do, but knowing you and knowing that group, all right, that's over with.
Let's go.
It starts now. So I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for everyone tuning in all regular season. We pray that this continues. You know, we're going to see you next week no matter what, but hopefully and knowingly it's going to be on a high note. We appreciate everybody that follows us, watches us, go on YouTube, check us out. Thank you for the whole regular season. You guys have been awesome. We hope to continue this journey together through the postseason. So thank you for tuning in.
For sure. And, of course, shout out to Brett and Eddie. We appreciate everything y'all do behind the scenes, man, for making us look great. You guys are incredible. Shout out Yahoo and everybody, all the fans. We love all of you guys. It's been an incredible season, but now it's the playoffs. And one last time.
Shout out my co-host, G.
Yeah, Gerald, one last time. 12 and a half, get you 250,000. And on that note, we out.
Thank you. Let's go.